Fun 107, Michael and Maddie. It's a gorgeous Tuesday morning, August 13th, 2024. It was on this date in 1961, the East Germans sealed off the border and started building the Berlin Wall, keeping people trapped inside East Berlin. It stayed that way until the wall came down in 1989.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
On this date in 2008, Michael Phelps swam his way into the history books, winning his 10th and 11th career gold medals. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Hey, bud. Let's party.
Opened up in theaters 42 years ago today. South Park.
Oh, my God. They killed Kenny.
It debuted on Comedy Central on this date in 1997. And the Disney movie Bambi. Michael and Maddie, going to be a gorgeous day today on the South Coast. And highs up near 80, nothing but sunshine. We're at 61 now.
Bringing your taste of Hollywood right here to the South Coast. And we are here for it. We're spilling the tea with Maddie's Entertainment Update on the Michael and Maddie Show.
So President Obama always has his summer playlist that he shares with everybody, and he released his new playlist yesterday, a little bit late. I mean, it's already mid-August here. We probably should have had this about a month or two ago.
That would have been nice.
Here's what he's got. So here's what President Obama is listening to this summer. He is doing Little Shaboozey. Probably one of the biggest songs of the summer, of course. Played that here at Fun 107. Also playing that Charlie XCX song, 365. It's a very big one. He's got, let's see here. Oh, Tommy Richmond, of course. That's a good one, of course. He is going a little old school. You know, of course you got the Tommy Richmond and the Shaboozey, but Little Blackstreet, never hurt anybody. No Diggity, No Doubt for the president. And flashing it all the way back to the 1980s. And Satisfaction. And another rocker here. Sting. If you love somebody, set them free. And then one from the early 90s.
But I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
I love this.
Cool like that.
Old School Fun 107 listeners will know this one.
He's cool like that.
Diggable Planets. And a lot of people a lot of Chapel Roan fans going, what is up with no Chapel Roan on your summer playlist? He totally snubbed Chapel Roan.
Maybe for now. It might be too new for him. I mean, think about... Well, actually, no. Tommy Richmond is like all the hype.
Yeah.
He's got him.
So the comments were not happy. Mr. President needs to go to the Pinky Pony Club. Another person wrote, Obama, you struck me as a Chapel Roan girly. I'm surprised she's not on here, to be honest.
I mean, what are you going to do?
No, again, she's new. There's plenty of summers ahead for Chapel Roan, exactly. I'm thinking. Orlando Bloom can't get enough of jumping out of helicopters. And this time he brought his fiancée, Katy Perry, along for what I'd say is kind of a daring ocean plunge. They jumped out of a helicopter into the ocean.
I didn't even know they were together, to be honest with you.
No kidding, really?
I mean, I knew there was
for a long
thing,
time.
But I thought they split years ago. So good for them.
So Katy Perry sharing the Instagram video of a bucket list moment yesterday featuring Orlando Bloom revving her up as they get up onto the helicopter's edge, hold hands, jump out of the helicopter together.
Woo!
And into the ocean. Katy Perry sharing 2 epic pictures of them mid-jump. I mean, that's a great profile pic.
How much money would it take for you to do that?
I think I might do that. I did that before I went skydiving.
Yeah, I suppose. But, I mean, they don't have any parachutes. This is like cliff diving, but from a helicopter.
It's safer than cliff diving when you think of it.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
because if you cliff dive, my big fear is you cliff dive, you don't jump out far enough, and then you just like get hit by the rocks on the way down. That's going to be the worst.
Well, if anybody can do it, Orlando Bloom can do it.
So I guess they were hanging out with Jeff Bezos and his fiancée, who were doing the same thing, and they got the idea, and they liked it and gave it a try. Cliff diving. So, another person having a great summer. Eminem has now earned his biggest pop hit in more than a decade with this one, Houdini. Of course, we've been playing this all summer. It's been a huge song here on Fun 107. But yeah, Houdini is now up to number 14 on Billboard's Pop Airplay chart, which is a new peak for Eminem for the past, it's been a while since he's been that high. He had The Monster back in 2013, a collab with Rihanna, of course, and that is his last major smash on the pop radio charts.
I say before that was probably Love the Way You Lie, as far as radio charts goes.
Right. Yep. But they're thinking that this Houdini song is going to break into the top 10 just based on the trajectory,
nice.
And it's going to keep on climbing. More entertainment news on the Fun 107 app. And birds of a feather, going to be another great day out there. Lots of sunshine and highs up near 80, picture perfect, and 61 right now. So I have a house full of people. I got some relatives. My wife's family's up from Pittsburgh, and I've got people in from California at my house. We've got a full house. Yeah, they're still here. And so we've been, trying to come up with things to do each day with the kids and stuff like that. So it's like, we're trying to plan things out so that each day is action-packed. Like a couple of days ago, it was a little rainy, so we ended up bringing the kids to the escape room in New Bedford.
Nice.
They loved it.
It's a good mass escape?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. But
it's a great time.
Yeah, they really, really enjoyed it. Like all of the kids. And we've got a diverse group there of ages and all that. They really enjoyed it. Yesterday, we got the kids in the cars, and we drove them up to Foxborough, and we had them check out training camp, and we went and toured the Hall of Fame, Patriots Hall of Fame.
But they're not Patriots fans.
No, they are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're from...
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
My brother-in-law is from Fairhaven.
Oh, okay. So
obviously
the roots are here.
The roots are definitely here. And then kids... Whatever the parents are, that's what it's like religion.
Yeah.
Like if you are a Patriots fan, they're growing up in Steelers country, poor kids.
As Patriots fans.
Yeah, as nice. Patriots fans. But anyway, so it's been a while since I've been to the Patriots Hall of Fame, and it's nice now. They've got like a little section dedicated to Tom Brady, which is new and cool. They've got a movie there that'll make you cry like a 12-year-old girl when you watch it.
Says Michael Rock.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to like put a little suggestion in for if you're looking for something to do. Patriots Hall of Fame is it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Like it's very interactive. You can remember the Snow Bowl and Vinatieri kick the kick. You get to you get a chance to try to do that. So like they have a tee and a football there, and it's like a virtual thing. And you kick it, and you can.
But where's the snow?
The snow's there.
What?
I mean, it's a video game.
Yeah, I got you.
But you actually kick the kick. It's physical. Like you kick the kick. Then it's to see if you can jump as high as Devin McCourty. So like you have to jump and touch the wall and everything.
That's pretty cool.
You can go and step into the locker room and you see like the Brady locker and the Edelman locker and try on the equipment, and you get to stand in the huddle with Gronk and everything to show how big these guys are. It's fun. It's just...
This was a you day.
It's a...
No, listen, I'm not downplaying. I would enjoy that. I would.
It was a lot of fun.
But did the kids that I get, though?
They did.
They did good. The question is, what's next?
That's a very good question.
I have a suggestion for you.
I was going to ask you, and I was also going to ask the audience.
So,
what's something local?
Yeah.
Don't say Whaling Museum. And nothing against the Whaling Museum, but these kids do not want any part of that.
You're going to be dad of the summer. I've been seeing the trend on my social media for the last 2 weeks because the summer's been pretty good. It's been not as rainy. It's been good. Like, you got today and tomorrow. You have to go try down in Falmouth the new Cape Cod inflatable water park. It's for adults, too. So, for example, the kids can go on the ride. Very Water Whiz-ish, okay? So, it's very similar to Water Whiz, but then there's an adult side. So you can let the kids go off, have fun. It's safe. There's a bunch of lifeguards, and then, the adults can go over and maybe have some dirty bananas on the other side. Just saying. But I've been seeing nothing but great videos of this incredible, gigantic park. That
is it kind of like, remember what a couple of summers ago we had that off of the coast of New Bedford in New Bedford?
They have, the inflatable water park.
Yeah.
They got some of that too. So take that, take Water Whiz, and then take like a resort all-inclusive bar kind of style. Put it all into one, and it's something for everybody. Now, I'm just saying, I think you're going to get bonus points for being cooled out of the summer.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
So there's one thing. Again,
is it in the water, or do they have their own? Like, is it
like a park? So this is a water park.
It's not in the actual ocean.
No, you're good. You're good. So you don't have to worry about that one thing your wife fears a lot, even though she's got the app and all that. Yeah, I think it'll be fine there. Just make sure you leave early because Falmouth traffic. We all know how that goes. Yeah, I don't know.
That's good. That's a good suggestion.
There's one.
But I thought maybe the audience can help out. 508-994-1071. It's probably stuff that we take for granted, like we don't even think about.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Play Arcade.
You can go to Play Arcade. Plenty of stuff there. What about?
But again, I don't know.
Will
the kids like that?
Oh yes,
80s theme.
No, they will love it. There's so much stuff. They have Guitar Hero. That's newer. There's some newer games in there as well. If you've never played 4-person air hockey, it's chaotic, but it's fun and just the vibe in general. Like those kids will be able to kind of learn all about the 80s and 90s. So there's so much that they can do. Get outside, go for a hike, go for a bike ride. Rent some bikes.
Oh, no. These are teenage kids. They don't like that stuff.
Take them kayaking. You can rent kayaks. I've never seen you in a kayak in my life. Have you ever gone kayaking?
I don't think I have.
You're missing the boat, pun intended.
Well, what are some fun touristy kinds of things to do with my out-of-town family from Pittsburgh in California? 508-994-1071 or send some audio on the Fun 107.
There's a jump zone. There's a whole little arcade right off of 140. I forgot the area.
All right. That's good. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate that. What's your name?
Amy.
Thank you, Amy. Have a great day.
You too.
And we got another call here. Good morning, Fun 107. What's your idea?
Go-kart racing.
Go-kart racing. Where's?
It's right on Route 6 in Westport.
I was just going to say, what nostalgic fun. Classic. I know it's just a little, a little loop.
Yep.
But then, afterwards, you can go get a hot dog somewhere, right?
Exactly. You can go for ice cream. There's an ice cream place not too far. And you can then go to the Brazilian grill. Well, I call that. That's that other one.
That's one of those things, though. That's like core memory stuff.
It is.
You do that, you never forget that. I love that idea. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Ann.
Appreciate it, Ann. Have a great day. It is 6:52. And we've got to look at the headlines from the Blue Point Restaurant newsroom. Here is Phil Devitt.
New Bedford police are investigating a Sunday morning shooting that left 3 men injured. It happened on County Street toward the south end. Officers were alerted around 2 a.m. The injuries were not considered life-threatening. 2 New Bedford men, 23-year-old Rodney Jett and 29-year-old Devon Harris, and a 17-year-old Fall River juvenile were arrested Sunday night in Wareham. Police responded to the Onset Avenue area for reports of a suspicious vehicle, and the trio were arrested after a brief foot chase. Charges include receiving a stolen vehicle, possession of a large-capacity firearm, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. A bull is dead after getting loose and charging at a police officer in Raynham yesterday afternoon. The bull, bound for the slaughterhouse, managed to escape a truck, causing a crash on I-495 that sent one driver to the hospital. The bull made it all the way to Lake Nipponicket, where officers shot the animal. The owners of the farm where the bull escaped from warned police that the animal was aggressive. And crew shortages have been causing delay and trip cancellation problems for the Steamship Authority. Multiple trips between Woods Hole and Martha's Vineyard were canceled over the weekend. There were more cancellations on Sunday. The company is asking passengers for patience after reports of verbal abuse directed at employees. In sports, Red Sox outfielder Jarren Duran is suspended. The team announced the 2-game suspension a day after Duran apologized for using a homophobic slur toward a fan at a Red Sox game Sunday. In a statement, the Sox said the decision was made in consultation with Major League Baseball. Durant apologized for using the word in a post-game press conference. Sox, meanwhile, snapped their losing streak following a 5-4 walk-off win in extras from Fenway last night. Another game with the Texas Rangers tonight, first pitch at 7:10. And the Patriots gearing up for another week of preseason football. New England hosts the Philadelphia Eagles Thursday night at Gillette Stadium. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fox.
Gorgeous morning out there. Nothing but sunshine. We're going to get into the 80s today. It's 62 now.
Well, while you had the day off yesterday, it was chaos up in Raynham, I want to say. Was it Raynham? I'm already confused. Did you see that bull?
Oh, you're talking about the bull thing?
Giant bull.
What's funny is we drove on the way up to Gillette, drove through Raynham.
And I was worried.
And I was like, wow, there's a loose bull out here?
So, do you have to take 495 to get to Gillette?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're a lucky person because there was a 3-car pileup. This bull was on the loose. This is the second time in a month, maybe even in the last couple months, that a bovine has escaped from a slaughterhouse for its life. It's running for its life. First, it was First, it was a cow down on Route 6 in Westport, and now we got this bull by the 495 area of Raynham, just absolute tearing across the town. Angry, very angry.
Well, wouldn't you be?
I would be too. Yes, you're right.
But the cow, maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, that cow escaped from the slaughterhouse in Westport.
And we're cheering it on. We're cheering it on. Unfortunately, they put it down. Like, oh, man.
Shouldn't it be a rule where if you escape,
yes,
you should pardon that bull or cow? Like, it's almost like the president pardons the turkeys.
Yes.
Around Thanksgiving. If you're, like, getting sent, that's like a movie.
It should be
a Disney movie. If
yes.
you're being sent to the slaughterhouse and you escape, you should respect that. As Americans, you should respect that.
Disney presents Slaughterhouse Bound. No, listen, as an avid meat lover, and I am all for that. I believe that if a livestock finds its freedom, let it be. Send it out somewhere where it can enjoy the rest of its life. It's earned it. Because it takes a lot of bull to be able to escape.
I got a question. Is this the actual bull? You wrote the story up on fun107.com.
It's not, but it's very similar. Because
that looks like a bull from the movie.
It is. It's a big black bull that had horns, and it was just running rampage.
It's like one of those Olay
kind of bulls.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody was wearing red. There was a 3-car pileup. The seriousness. Yes, somebody got sent to the hospital.
Wow.
Nobody was killed, just being honest. But the bull was. So they had to put the bull down. And if you see the footage from the camera of the police cam, it had one last, this is it. I'm either going to go at these guys and find my freedom. And unfortunately, they had to put it down. But, it charged the police. Do you think that are you trained as a police officer in this kind of situation?
I think you got to be.
You've
around here,
right?
Because this is not unusual.
Cows get loose all the time in Westport and the Dartmouth area. This is the first I've heard of a bull. And that's some scary instance. I mean, I think it was 1,500 pounds, this bull.
Wow.
It was over 1,000 pounds. How do you stop that? Trank gun, maybe?
You gotta hope that works.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're crazy, man. But sad ending.
It's too bad that they had to kill it.
Yeah. The other question is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't think bulls went to the slaughterhouse. Is bull meat the same as cow meat? Is it still beef?
Yeah, I think
so. Right? I don't know. Something inside tells me no, but I guess.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you need the bull. You know what I'm saying? You need the bull.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
All right. Anyway, we're a family program. We're not going to go down.
You need the bull to make other cows?
Yeah. So why send the bull?
Cows too.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Let me explain to you. I'm not going to explain it on the air, but I'll explain.
Yeah, don't explain the bulls and the
works.
birds and the bees. But I'm just saying.
7:55. And Phil Devitt is in the Blue Point Restaurant newsroom.
New Bedford police are investigating after 3 men were shot in the South End. The shooting happened Sunday morning on County Street. The injuries are not considered life-threatening. No word on suspects. A bull escaped from a farm in Raynham Monday, breaking through fences, causing a multi-vehicle crash on I-495, jumping into a lake, and then charging at police before it was put down. The farm's owners warned authorities the loose bull was aggressive. It weighed in at 1,300 pounds and was being loaded into a truck bound for a slaughterhouse when it panicked and ran. A 19-year-old Plymouth man has pleaded not guilty in connection with Friday's deadly crash on the Sagamore Bridge. Paul Myers faces charges including operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of drugs. 79-year-old Martha Sheldon died in the crash, and the driver of the car she was in suffered serious injuries. Prosecutors say state police smelled a strong odor of marijuana when Myers got out of his vehicle, and they saw burnt blunts on the floor. Myers has been released from custody on $10,000 bail, and he's not allowed to drive. He also has to remain drug-free and surrender his Jamaican passport. State public health officials are confirming the second human case of West Nile this year. According to the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, a man in his 70s from Middlesex County was exposed to the virus. The first human case was reported just a few days prior to the most recent confirmation. There have been nearly 150 positive mosquito samples so far in 2024. And Signature Healthcare Brockton Hospital reopens today. The hospital has been closed since a fire in February of 2023. Part of the renovations to the hospital include a new outpatient surgical facility, an upgraded main lobby, and a new 12-unit behavioral health triage unit. Still, some of the facility services and programs will remain closed as the hospital gradually reopens to the public. In sports, Red Sox outfielder Jarren Duran is suspended for 2 games by the MLB after he said an anti-gay slur to a heckling fan on Sunday. Sox said they'll donate the salary from the suspension to the Federation of Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Duran apologized after the game. Sox beat the Rangers 5-4 last night. They host Texas again tonight. First pitch at 7:10. And the Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles in preseason action at Gillette on Thursday. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun
107, Michael and Maddie, and here comes the most important part of our week here at Fun 107. It is time for Tuesday's Child, where we try to pair up a family with a child that is looking for one. And today's Tuesday's Child is brought to you by SouthCoast McDonald's, by First Citizens Federal Credit Union, Kennedy Donovan Center, and Cottage Street Motors. So excited to introduce you to Ray Sean, who likes to go by RJ. So RJ is a kid that is really into health and fitness. And what he really likes to do is show off how many push-ups he can do. That is awesome. He's the king of push-ups. We're talking about a really kind and sweet boy here who likes all the sports, basketball, football, you name it. Likes working on computers. He likes building with Legos. Likes playing with his Sonic toys. His favorite Christmas gift from last year. I love this. Favorite Christmas gift from last year? A piggy bank, because he likes to save his money. He likes to make his own pizza. He was introduced to juicing over the past year, so he likes to juice his vegetables. This is just a great kid. He's a great little guy, and he's looking for a home. And if you think you may be the right fit for RJ, we're going to put up an article on fun107.com in just a couple of minutes. You can take a look, read through, and then there are instructions on, how you can get the ball rolling about possibly adopting RJ or any of the Tuesday's Child that we have here on Fun 107. So read up about RJ and see what you think. And Tuesday's Child, again, brought to you by SouthCoast McDonald's, First Citizens Federal Credit Union, Kennedy Donovan Center, and Cottage Street Motors. It is 8:24. Phil Devitt is in the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom.
New Bedford police are investigating a Sunday morning shooting that left 3 men injured. It happened on County Street toward the south end. Officers were alerted around 2 a.m. The injuries were not considered life-threatening. Two New Bedford men, 23-year-old Rodney Jett and 29-year-old Devon Harris, and a 17-year-old Fall River juvenile were arrested Sunday night in Wareham. Police responded to the Onset Avenue area for reports of a suspicious vehicle, and the trio were arrested after a brief foot chase. Charges include receiving a stolen vehicle, possession of a large-capacity firearm, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. A bull is dead after getting loose and charging at a police officer in Raynham yesterday afternoon. The bull, bound for the slaughterhouse, managed to escape a truck, causing a crash on I-495 that sent one driver to the hospital. The bull made it all the way to Lake Nipponicket, where officers shot the animal. The owners of the farm where the bull escaped from warned police that the animal was aggressive. And crew shortages have been causing delay and trip cancellation problems for the Steamship Authority. Multiple trips between Woods Hole and Martha's Vineyard were canceled over the weekend. The company is asking passengers for patience after reports of verbal abuse directed at employees. In sports, Red Sox outfielder Jarren Duran is suspended. The team announced the 2-game suspension a day after Duran apologized for using a homophobic slur toward a fan at a Red Sox game Sunday. In a statement, the Sox said the decision was made in consultation with Major League Baseball. Duran apologized for using the word in a post-game press conference. Sox, meanwhile, snapped their losing streak following a 5-4 walk-off win in extras from Fenway last night. Another game with the Texas Rangers tonight, first pitch at 7:10. And the Patriots gearing up for another week of preseason football. New England hosts the Philadelphia Eagles Thursday night at Gillette Stadium. Traffic and weather next. From the Blue Point Restaurant Newsroom, I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Well, we're just a couple weeks away from the end of summer vacation. I hate to say it. I do, but it's the truth. And if you are looking for a little side hustle as the kids head back to school, maybe you're the parent of some little ones and you've really been out of the job market for a while. You're looking to get back in, but you want to be there when the kids are there. You want to be there for snow days, for school vacation days, for Monday holidays, things like that. Tremblay Bus Company. That has been the answer for so many parents just like you because it's all about flexible work hours. So, you're looking at, think about it, bus drivers don't work on snowy days. They don't work on school vacation weeks, things like that. So it's the perfect schedule for when your kids are home, you're home. Tremblay Bus Company. They're now hiring school bus drivers. They're hiring school bus monitors. They want mechanics. They want 7D van drivers. They're looking for dispatchers, especially ones that can speak Spanish and English too. And listen, they're ready to pay you to get trained. So even if you don't have a Class B school bus driver's license yet, they will pay you to get one, and then you're going to get the job. Tremblay Bus Company. Find out more about them. Go to tbcbus.com. That's tbcbus.com. 107, Michael and Maddie. If you heard us talking about RJ, he's our Tuesday's Child a few minutes ago. You can read all about him right now up on fun107.com.
I think I saw the most Fall River thing I've ever seen in my life on the internet yesterday. So a local from the area on Sunday was down by the I'm trying to think of it. I can never remember the Borden Light Marina. Okay. By the lighthouse down there by Tipsy Seagull. Okay.
Yes.
And just casual going about. It was a nice day on Sunday. And out of nowhere, it's like you see a UFO and you have to second glance and look over. There's a car on the water. Not just any kind of car, a Rolls Royce just cruising along on the water of the Taunton River. And it turns out this is a actual boat with the body of a Rolls Royce right down to the seats. There's a back seat as well. I mean, we're talking a stereo system, you name it. There's wheels. The wheels don't work, but, just for the aesthetics. And this guy's just cruising around, and I'm like, you know what?
It looks like he's driving on top of the water when he's going. On top of the water,
only in Fall River. Now, I did find on TikTok, this guy's got 4 million views. Or at least his buddy does. He was one of the passengers. It just makes you say, would you want this as a gift? Or would you want this?
Absolutely.
I think this is a flex. I really do. You're out on the water. Everybody's going to look at you. It's one thing, I've always wanted a jet ski. Everybody's got a jet ski, right? But nobody's got a floating Rolls Royce.
it doesn't even matter what kind of a car it is, but the fact that it's a Rolls Royce makes it that much better. But it's so unique. And honestly, why? Why is it so unique that nobody ever thought of this before? But I've never seen anything like this before. It looks like when it's going, a car is driving on top of the water.
And it's got some speed behind it, too. This is a fun toy. How much it costs, I have no idea.
It's all custom made, obviously.
I was denied an interview, but that's fine. That's a salty story for another day. But I guess, yeah, the guy hangs out in the area, pulls it right up to Tipsy Seagull, and that's it. I mean, just hear me out, okay? 21-year-old me, single as the day comes. I have one of those. I pull up to the Tipsy Seagull in the dog days of summer. I'm telling you, this guy knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I would 1,000%, if this was a midlife crisis, I would get that. That's what I would get. Anybody can get a Corvette, but nobody. This is the only Rolls-Royce boat car in the entire area, if not the world.
I would say it's not even pushing it to say the world. How many people, unless he saw somebody else maybe somebody's inspired him to do this?
Yeah, possibly.
But it's pretty unique.
There's video on fun107.com. You got to just see this thing take off. Nice guy in it. He waves, and then he's gone. Like, it's just, you got to see it to believe it. And yes, it is by far the most Fall River thing I've ever seen in my life.
And can you imagine if somebody else saw this and thought, you can just drive on the water. Like, there must be a road underneath there.
Oh,
and then
no.
just drive out there.
Oof. Bad hit.
But yeah, the videos, it must be seen. You must see this video on the Fun 107 app. Fun 107, Michael and Maddie, it's time for our South Coast Health Community Spotlight. And this week, we are shining our spotlight onto the United Neighbors of Fall River. And Wendy Garf-Lip, she is the executive director. Tell us about what you do over there at the United Neighbors of Fall River, Wendy.
United Neighbors is where you come when you need support, when you need help, where you don't know where to turn. We are the resource gurus for the South Coast area. First and foremost, we have the most up-to-date resource guide. You can find anything you need, from housing to basic needs to a grandparent group to counseling, simply by looking at the guide. We understand that since the pandemic, so many people are looking to access resources that never accessed resources before and don't have any idea where to begin. So United Neighbors is the place for you to come and to begin. In addition to our resource guides, we also do some amazing programs. We have a free store called The Home Project for kitchen, bedroom, bathroom items that are not furniture. So pots and pans, dishes, linens, lamps, rugs, baby items. And we also have a career corner where you can come. We have a little fitting room. You can try on a suit or a dress if you have a job interview. Everything is free. We don't demand any documentation. You can go on our website, you can make an appointment, and you can come as many times as you want to outfit your place. In addition, if you have things that you want to get rid of, we are happy to take your donations as well. We also have a emergency food and toiletry cupboard. We have non-perishable food and all kinds of healthcare items, deodorant, soap, shampoo. You can come every 2 or 3 weeks. So we're a great place to come to sort of fill the gap. Give us a call if you need help. And if we don't know where to send you, I would be shocked.
Wendy, what is your website?
UNFR.org. UNFR, United Neighbors Fall River.
All right, Wendy, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks so much for having me.
It is the South Coast Health Community Spotlight on Fun 107.